Hello, I'm Forrest Tanaka, and I develop the UI for the IGVF data portal. So let's go over the changes for the month of May 2025 with release 8.48, standardized document column. So we've added a new property as well as a new column to the file format specification documents that you see attached to some files. So let's look at this one, this tabular file. And here's the file format specification table. And you'll see this new column, standardized file format. And if its value is true for this document, then you'll see this standardized badge. If the value is false, then this badge will be blank, or this column will be blank, like you'll see right here. Okay, so the next one, adjust front-end scaling. That's an internal issue. This one, 2595, add data use limitation and controlled access displays to file sets. So let's take a look at some file sets here. First thing you'll notice is now, along with seeing these badges on samples, you now see the data use limitations on file sets, like right here. And here you have the general research use badge. And if it has a controlled access set to true, then you'll also see this badge. Now, these characteristics or these properties are not properties specifically of file sets. This is actually, each file set is actually importing the controlled access property and the data use limitation property from its samples institutional certificate data use limitations. So it's sort of copied over using some algorithm from all the sequencing results. And you'll also see it in the header here. So this applies to all file sets except for construct library file sets, because these do not have samples. Okay, the next one is change methodology menu. Yeah, we've been working out the best way to show this menu. And so this is what we have now. We have resources/standards, and under that you'll have resources, along with the existing properties or existing menus that we've had for quite a while now. Undefined desired count, that's an internal issue. Add file size facet. So for all the files objects, you'll now see a file size facet. So let's take a look at the report view here, and we'll only look at the file size. So you see this whole mix of file sizes, 3.1 megabytes, 1.7 gigabytes. So now with this the file size menu, you can now adjust or focus down to the range of file sizes that you want to see. Like, so this goes from, the files in these results go from 124 bytes to 1.1 terabytes. Let's say we wanted to just see from half a gigabyte to 2 gigabytes. So let's adjust this slider. So roughly 500 gigabytes or 500 megabytes to, what did I say? 2 gigabytes. So right about there. Yeah, close enough. And so now you'll see the results are between 500 megabytes and 2 gigabytes. And you can reset it here, meaning you don't care what file size is. You also have this option here to show only files with no size. So this could tell you if maybe you need to patch an object to include the file size. But nicely enough, we don't have any files with no file sizes on our production server. Okay, and the last one is the human tissue matrix. So we've had the tissue matrix for a while, but only for rodent. So if you go to resources, tissues, organs, so we've had this for a while, with the y-axis being the tissue or the organ, as well as a subcategory of the sex. But now, and on the x-axis we have the strain. But now you'll see that we have tabs up here. So we now have this Homo sapiens tab, and you can see Homo sapien tissue and organs. This time the x-axis is the assay. And you can go back to the mus musculus tab. Okay, those are all the changes for release 48. Now, version 8.49.0, update the site search query. This is actually an internal issue, just updating how we do site search. Let's see, so 2695, add affiliate membership page link to navigation. We now have a page here under help for the affiliate membership. This page is not currently available. I'm not sure its status right now. Let's see, so 2481, software version and title. So this has to do with a couple pages. One is the model. Oh, sorry, not model file, model set. And we only have one. And so we now show the software version in the summary panel here, and it links to the software version page. So that's new. And the other part of this ticket is on analysis sets, or no, analysis step versions. We now show a proper title on the page. We used to show basically this, the path, as the title, but now we show a proper title. Okay, let's see, display seqspec documents. So let's look for sequence files that have a seqspec document. They probably all do. Oh, no, not all of them, but lots of them do. Let's go to one and then go to its file set. Right here, it's a measurement set. And on the sequencing results table, we now have this new column called sequence specification document, which links to the document page. And you can download it with this. Download it to your local storage. Checkbox for missing file size and file size facet. That one I already showed you, but that was actually added a little bit later, like a week later. And so what happens here is under the file size facet, that's the checkbox I showed you. Originally we didn't have this when we released this slider, but now we have it with this ticket. Now version 8.50, so 2629 dynamic computational tools page. We've had this page before, but it was a hard-coded page. But now under resources standards and then resources, you can go to computational tools. This page, which was hard-coded as I said, is now generated from our data. And so this is mostly a table of software objects. So if you go here, you can go to the software page. And this goes to the external link for it, usually a GitHub repo. And we also have these reference publications as well, where there can be more than one, though I doubt we have any that have more than one right now. Okay, add uniform pipeline to workflow UI. So if we go to workflows, let's just look at ones with uniform pipeline. Most of these say no, but this one says yes, so let's look at that. and we now have a uniform pipeline badge because the uniform pipeline property is true. And if we go to one without, then we don't have that badge. You also see this on the list view here. If we go to the bottom, uniform pipeline. Okay, so 2200 is more of an internal issue. We're used to request file set objects when you look at a file page. Now that file set data is embedded in the file objects, so we didn't need to do that request anymore. Use DUL summaries, data use limitation summaries on IC object page. Another internal issue. We've had different parts of the UI show the institutional certificates using slightly different data sources, and now we've made that all using the same data source. And 2195, the date range facet. This one's sort of under the cover. Let's see. Under measurement sets, if you go near the bottom, we have this release date and creation date filters. So let's go to the report view and let's look at just the release timestamp. So we have dates along 2025, 2023, 2024. Let's say we just want to look at the measurement sets from 2024. We can go to release date and we can see just this initial setting, but now you can select using this calendar. So if we wanted to see just 2024, we can go to January, select the first date, then go to December, and select the 31st. So January 1st through December 31st, 2024. If we look at the data, now there's only 377, all of them from 2024. And nothing from other years. And we have a similar filter here for creation date. So that's available right now only under measurement sets. So that's 8.50. For version 8.51, we have add prediction datasets to data menu. And that's under here. We now have this new menu item that does a listing of prediction sets that are released. Computational tools page crash. I showed you this page, but I made a bug on this page that was preventing people from seeing it. And it was because one of these released software objects had unreleased references, and that was a situation I didn't foresee, so the page crashed on that. So I fixed that crash, and also I believe they have released all reference publications associated with the released software. File graph quality metrics. We don't have any data in production to show this, so I'll show this in my local instance. So this is an instance of the site running on my local computer. None of the data makes any sense. It's just there for development and testing. So I have an analysis set with a file association graph, and you'll notice this file now has this QC button. And if I click it, it shows you the quality metrics objects associated with this file. Normally you'll see a lot more data. I literally just made this minutes ago by hitting random numbers on the keyboard. As you can see from this percentage, 1340%. But you'll see some things like this once we have release data to support this. And we come to the last release of the month of May, and that's 8.52. So this one, fixed bulk object request IDs. That's an internal issue to make requesting lots of objects a little bit more efficient. And this one, allow paths in site search. This one surprised me, but that we needed this. But what this lets you do, if you have the path of an object, let's just get some random object here. You could, the intention of this ID search is you can enter the path and go directly to that object, or you could just enter its identifier, like its accession, and again go directly to that object. But apparently a lot of people were pasting paths into this regular site search like this and coming up with no results, because that's not what site search is for. But now I specifically detect something that looks like a path and I go directly to that object. Maybe it's more interesting if I actually go there from the home page. So there. So now if you paste something in here that looks like a path, like these, it'll act like the ID search. It'll act like this search. So just to have a little less bad consequences from user error. And that is it for the month of May 2025. And so I'll see you in June.